Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you the opportunity for hearing me, and also would like to thank Guzdir for the invitation. Okay. Actually, I'm going to be doing a very different exercise than my previous speakers, because they all talk about very broad issues, and I'm going to be talk about a very micro application, but it is in the context of technology being developed in Brazil that we see fit in the South African market because of the similarities that we share with you, okay? So, I'm going to talk a little bit about the retail environment in Brazil and how much of technology is now present in the stores. And I guess this is not only Brazil, it's any store anywhere in the world. And then two specific examples of technology products that we are developing and marketing in Brazil. Okay? Well, before I talk about the technology, just to give you a little bit of background on the retail industry in Brazil, I'd like to mention 5 factors that have somehow influenced the needs and the demands for new solutions in the Brazilian retail industry. The first, I think it has been referred to in the past, is the hyperinflation factor. Although it is almost 15, 16 years that Brazil decided to seriously combat and fight inflation, we still see some of the, I won't say bad consequences, but consequences of that long period of time living with the hyperinflation. At that time, most of the gains of a retailer would not come from their core business, but would come from financial gains of being able to collect money cash from their customers and invest in this money in the money markets, in the overnight markets at the time. So the basic skills of a retailer that usually is to be able to choose a very good selling point to establish his business, be very good at negotiation with the vendors to obtain good discount or good price for their merchandise, and then to be able to promote them in their stores, were not what made a retailer very successful in Brazil, but rather than that, how they would measure his cash flow. Okay? But that also had good consequence, because all the financial gains from the inflationary period also financed the development of very sophisticated payment methods for the banking industry, as well as automated systems to manage inventories in the retailers. The second aspect is the consolidation of retail companies in Brazil. We have basically 3 waves. The first European waves, where the French companies like Carrefour or Casino, or Portuguese companies came to Brazil and acquired a number of Brazilian companies. Then we had a second wave, which was basically the US wave, represented by Walmart, that went there and also acquired a number of Brazilian local companies, as well as expanded its own network. And the third, it is a Brazilian wave of consolidation, where Brazilian large groups are merging itself and creating even larger economic groups in Brazil. That has had an impact on the fact that these large companies bring new management process into practice, as opposed to the old just general feeling method that the owner or the founder of the retail business would use to run his business. Following that is the professionalization of management. Okay? Not only because of these waves of consolidation, but again, the sons of the owners or the founders they went to school, their parents sent them to school, they are back, they are now taking over management, and they came with new ideas, new technologies, new management abilities to put in place. The commercial automation has had an impact, and it has been helped by what I call the taxation effect, which is the government is trying to build up a tax collection system that's almost real time. Okay, now in the state of São Paulo, companies that are even small companies must have what is called by the tax authorities, the Nota Fiscal Eletrônica, or electronic invoice, whereby you do have to have a computer issuing your invoice, and the information about this invoice is automatically sent to the fiscal authorities. Okay? So this has had a major impact in reducing the informality in the retail industry. It is the retailers, especially the small retailers, were probably very used to have more than a big share of their revenues off books. Now this is almost impossible. Okay, so these are conditions that are shaping the new demands for solutions in the retail industry. Just for you to have a little bit of idea of how much technology is in a store, I have in this slide a small example of what would be a supermarket, and different technologies that are common in almost any area of the store. Let's start with the cashier. We have the POS terminal, where you have barcode readers, you have systems to collect information about your customers for frequent buyer customers, or CRM systems. You have RFID readers. You also have the EAS, or the anti-theft antennas, to control losses at your store. Security systems like CCTV, alarm, access control. Systems to manage and control freezing or cold systems in the store. Shelf management systems to define layout of your shelves, update pricing, or even automatic set of replenishment orders. Building automation as usual, like energy management, lighting management, air conditioning, and others. Alarm detection, fire protection. Source tagging, which is where you buy your goods with an anti-theft tag already built in, and that comes from the manufacturer. Digital signage, where you have those flat screens in your store just to help increase sales and people count. Okay, in all these technologies, the company I work for works with the ones with the red sign. Okay,